Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
I know you got one. One of those stories where it's like you have to swear it's true when you tell people, like, I swear to God, I saw this with my own eyes. It happened to me. This man in Nevada making headlines. He was arrested for...
People are out of their cars running across the freeway, and he has a bow and arrow, and he has it pulled, and he's aiming it at cars as they pass by. He aimed it at our car as they pass by. At the Renaissance Fair, they have those big wooden, like the bows, like that, like Robin Hood.
Dude got a bow from Renfest and decided to run down the freeway.
I know. You never know what somebody's going through.
Well, that's gonna. So, I mean, that's attempted. It could probably be an attempted murder. I mean, you hit somebody with that. I mean, you kill them, right?
Yep. It's hitting motorists as they go by. It's like, oh, my God. But you wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it with your own eyes.
Tell me something I would never believe if you wouldn't have seen it, Kat.
So I had outdoor adventure class when I was a senior. I think I've told this story before, but it was so weird. The ending is really weird. So we went and we had to put our canoe in the river. And there was one side creek, okay, that you could get off the river and it was mild, it wasn't moving as fast. We were just kind of just going at our own pace. We look over, there's this little man, and he must have been not even 5 feet. And he had this trench coat on, he had jeans, and then he had this ill-fitting t-shirt. He starts opening his trench coat. There's his wiener, and he is looking at us, and then he is touching himself
right into your soul.
And I panic so badly that I lose my oar in the water. We have one oar. So my friend Marissa is trying to get us back to shore. He starts coming down the bank.
Oh no.
Like he could start getting in the water. And we're like, oh my God. And she's mouthing off to him, we can't even see it. We're not even impressed. I'm like, Marissa, stop yelling at him. So we get to the high school. And mind you, we had to go all the way back to the dock and go into the principal's office, wait for the cop to bring us back to the park. This is about 45 minutes later. He's still standing there.
Oh, no, he was there yet.
Yes, he's still standing there.
How many girls were in the canoe?
Just myself and Marissa.
Okay, so the two of you, this guy flashes you. Yeah. He looks into your soul.
Yes.
You guys mouth off to him. You get back to school. You tell the principal who calls the cops, and the cops bring you back to the park, and dude in the trench coat's still there.
That's him. He's he deserves to get caught then. He's that dumb. But then I also remember being at the grocery store, and this was actually, this woman got caught, and I don't know what kind of fine you get, but she was poking holes in every single meat package. This happened to me 9 years ago. Put her finger through all the plastic, so now this meat is exposed.
I think she had beef with the store.
She did, yeah. Good one. But I was like, oh my God, I got a tattle, of course, because she's wrecking all this meat. So I went and told, and the cops swarmed her. And she's like, that wasn't me. I'm like, yes, it was. It was you.
Her finger's all red.
Yeah, she's got meat chunks under her fingernails. And I'm like, it was totally you.
Imagine you're bringing Timmy home from soccer practice, and you see a dude running down the freeway, but it's not Robin Hood.
People are out of their cars running across the freeway, and he has a bow and arrow, and he has it pulled, and he's aiming it at cars as they pass by. He aimed it at our car as they pass by. At the Renaissance Fair, they have those big wooden, like the bows, like that, like Robin Hood.
The strangest thing that you've ever seen.
No Friar Tuck to be seen. Let me break this down for you.
All right.
I grew up in a very, very small town. Let's call it Belle Plaine, Minnesota.
Where that's its name.
Once a year, all the folk from the surrounding farming communities come in for a weekend of festivities dubbed Barbecue Days.
Oh, that sounds fun, actually.
At Barbecue Days, they invite in local carnies, and they set up 4 or 5 rides in which you're sure to get tetanus, and somebody's about to lose a finger. Mm-hmm. Now, that's what the kiddos do during the early evening hours. What the adults do is they head on over to the beer garden. Now, you can only buy 3-2 beer there. You can't buy the good stuff. Near the beer garden is a gazebo where small bands play cover songs like Pretty Woman.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama is a favorite. And what happens in this beer garden, by the way, and the beer garden itself, the boundaries are defined by an orange snow fence, which you could climb over, around, under, or through at any given time.
Okay.
At the entrance of the beer garden, 2 heavily armed Belle Plaine police officers. And with both of them there right at the entry of the beer garden, you know that, well, you can loot, steal, speed anywhere in Belle Plaine because both the cops are there.
Yeah.
All right? Well, here's what happens. They don't think far enough ahead to put porta potties in the beer garden. Because the porta potties are this giant cement housing because they hold this right next to our big baseball field. So think about if you go to watch an amateur baseball game, and if you're going to go to the potty, you go in there. Well, there's giant troughs. We don't have stalls. There's just troughs. So one evening, I'm like 16 or 17. I'm with my friends, and I have to use the bathroom. A little bit later in the night where some guys get pretty boozed up. Well, the troughs are full, and I'm waiting in line, and the guy in front of me unzips his pants, and I think he's going to start peeing on the guy in front of him. He's got to go so bad. But no, the guy in front of him has a Barbecue Days pitcher, about a quarter full of beer, hanging out his back pocket as he's using the urinal.
Okay.
So the man behind him cuts a leak in the pitcher. As the band plays Sweet Home Alabama at a loud level just outside of this, so nobody notices that the guy in front of me whizzed in this guy's pitcher full of beer. And the guy in front of me wraps up before the guy at the stall does and just walks away.
No way.
So I go to the bathroom. I run out. I grab my friends. I go, did you see the guys that walked out here? Yeah. So we weren't old enough to get in the beer garden, but we walked around and saw where they sat down with their girlfriends, wives, whoever it was, and poured beers out into the plastic cups. Just cups of urine.
I am dying.
And sat there and watched. Now, this is 11 o'clock, maybe closer to midnight on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Not one person. The beer in Belle Plaine, Minnesota
is bad?
So tainted and dank that not one person turned an upper lip to drinking a full glass of urine.
Oh, I think I've had this before.
At 11:45 on a Friday night.
Gross. Ugh.
I would have never believed it if I didn't see it for myself, but I saw the guy take the pitcher out of his back pocket and pour 6 beers. And everybody sat there watching the band as they progressed into the next Roy Orbison hit.
You were watching. You know who else was watching?
And drank a glass of urine.
That guy's urine. Yuck.
What else you got for us? You want to one-up us? Holler now.
Kourtney Kardashian dishing on the first episode of their new Hulu show that she was the first one to make a move on Travis Barker.
I just put it out there, like flirtatious conversation.
You've been practicing, babe?
No.
Yeah, babe.
Finally, I think once I made it known, he asked me to watch a movie, and the whole movie he didn't make a move.
Who went in for the first kiss?
Me. I did. He was taking a long time. The movie was over, and then I was like, we started another movie, and I was like, I don't have time for this, like movie marathon. So I made the first move.
So I want to know who made the first move in your current relationship.
I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. We were watching a movie, and I went in and
oh my God,
made
that's
the move.
That is the same story as me.
Yeah?
Yeah. We were laying on my couch, and I was watching the movie, and he grabbed the side of my face and just turned it to his. And you know I love baseball hats, so I had a baseball hat that got him right in the forehead. But I had made just this massive stroganoff dish with onions, and so
why?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted some steak bites, and I was like, all right, we'll just make do. But it was romantic. You know, I felt the butterflies. So how did that first kiss between you and who you're with go down? You know, maybe it was in the car. Maybe it was a quick, I don't know, rendezvous in the alley.
Radio Paparazzi.
17-year-old KCLD artist Gal on what a boyfriend's most important job is.
You know, it's just one of those days where I did not wake up, I was not confident, I did not feel pretty. And what is the point of having a boyfriend other than to tell you you're pretty when you don't feel pretty, okay?
I don't know, companionship, good conversation.
It might make you laugh.
Girls,
you know?
have some confidence. Know you're pretty. Will Wheaton, have you ever seen Stand By Me?
Yeah, of course.
Classic movie, and Jerry O'Connell is in that as well. So Jerry was on The Talk, and he was talking to Will, and he didn't realize that back in the day when they were filming Stand By Me, Will was dealing with family issues. His mom made him be an actor. She would abuse him until he would go to do auditions and stuff like that and make money for the family. He had the weight of the world on his shoulder.
Well, I just wanted to say, I'd heard before you talk about some of the struggles you were going through during Stand By Me. And while I was 11 at the time, that's an excuse. I do want to apologize for not being there more for you when you were younger. I mean, I want to say to the bigger picture, you never know what someone is going through when you're with them.
That's very true. I'm glad he said 11 years old. That is an excuse because it is. I don't know one 11-year-old that's conscious to real world
Especially
problems.
when you're in Hollywood, you're an actor too. You got to learn your lines. You got to be. There's all that pressure of a major motion picture. It would be tough to see what somebody else is going through right there.
Kim Kardashian on with Golly and Ryan, and she was talking about Pete Davidson, who's from Staten Island, and she's just loving just being there with him.
Staten Island is an amazing place. We had so much fun going to Staten Island.
What's most memorable about Staten Island for you?
I would say the pizza. We can just chill and be low key and ride around and see all the fun, like hometown stuff and sneak in and out of places. Staten Island has surprisingly been so low key for us. He really is probably the most genuine person. I really didn't know much about him besides, before getting to know him. He's really, truly like the nicest human being.
Let me translate this for everybody. What she was really trying to say is, look at all the townies in Staten Island that are going to work because they have to work hard and they don't care that I'm Kim Kardashian because they're trying to feed their family. That's what she was trying to say.
I forget what she called Minnesotans when she was with Chris Humphries. She said that we were like, oh my God, what was it?
Averages is
not white trash, but it was like kind of like
that's
that.
the translation.
You're like, I'm not going to go.
Exactly. Oh, it was so great. Nobody paid attention to me. You could tell she was butthurt by it.
Yeah.
Because these people had to go to work.
I know. All right. Blowing out their candles today. Surrey Cruise. Get ready. She's driving. 16. Jeff Dunham, who's been on the show, funny guy, 60. And then Rick Moranis, I love him, 69 today. So I want to say thank you for our holiday gift from you and your wife. HelloFresh has been pretty amazing.
Yeah, this was my wife Trisha's idea because I was like, what do we give Kat and Derek? Like, we've known them for so long and they seem like they have everything. They're loaded and they live in this gated community.
Right.
And they got a brand new house. What do we get them? And my wife's like, HelloFresh. I've heard that people really, really like this. And so we thought, all right, let's get them started on it. You obviously dig it.
Truly has been very fun. Like, we'll get the big box on the front doorstep and then we bring it up and I have no idea. I don't even pay attention to what's ordered. So there's that surprise element.
How long from when you order? I mean, just a couple of days until you get your box?
Yeah, well, it's on a schedule.
Oh,
so,
gotcha.
Like, I know when it's coming and then I know how much to spend normally at the grocery store and then it evens out to how much I allot per pay period or whatever. But Derek says we got the box on Friday and he goes, oh my God, let's start doing this. I'll get home from work and you and I can cook together. And I'm like, yes.
You're a control freak. This will never work.
I am not the control freak. He would just like, I feel the breath on the back of my neck right now. And he would be like, shouldn't we dice that a little bit smaller? Isn't Julianne this way? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not as romantic as he thinks it's going to be. I don't know how to break it to him.
Were you fully clothed?
No, of course not. I'm cooking.
Then why would it be romantic?
Just kidding. I couldn't be more covered up. But I like to just cook by myself. I do not think cooking is a two-person job unless you're on the grill outside and then I'm doing everything inside.
Look at you keeping standard gender roles flowing.
For sure. I will totally take that backseat I'm a lady role when it comes to that. I'll run whatever's on the stove or in the oven. But do you feel like cooking is romantic? I don't feel like it at all.
Romantic. I don't mind helping, but I'm such a putz that a lot of times my wife will just do it all just so that I don't screw it up. She's very good at that. Trish, do you need any help with anything? Nope. Why don't you just sit there? Maybe The Office is on.
Wow.
She'll do that.
What a dream.
Yeah, well, it's good for me.
Why don't you go have a beer and just relax? That's what she does.
Yeah,
for you?
but the grilling thing is the same way at our place. I have to do the grilling for the most part.
Yeah, I'd rather have that. He listens to his music out there. He'll play basketball with Liam and then grill. But I just don't know how to break it to him that I don't want to cook with him. That will not be fun for me at all.
I think we've ever had, even before we had kids, cooking was never romantic. Like you see it in a rom-com.
Yeah.
And they're like hand over each other, showing how to chop the onion. And like that's a sexy thing. That I've never been part of that in my entire life.
If I had to pick one chore to do with him, it would be laundry. Because then it gets done fast enough, and then you guys are both putting stuff away.
My laundry room is too small. It's not built for two people.
You do laundry in your laundry room?
Oh, yeah, we fold it up and leave it on top of we've got a little counter, and it stays there, and then the kids are supposed to go get their own piles.
Yeah.
And they never do, so we end up having to take them to the room.
It just dwindles down? Okay. Well, I want to know, what do you do with your significant other that is actually fun, and then you find it? You could probably categorize it as romantic because you're bonding and you're having fun. I'm just saying cooking is not going to be it for us.
So weird.
Weird stuff.
Everybody called me weird. I am weird.
You don't think this is a little weird?
No, I don't think it's weird at all.
Weird news.
I know, it's at 5 o'clock somewhere. Unless you're in kindergarten and you can't tell time and you bring a bottle of Jose Cuervo to make some margs for your friends on the playground. I mean, this is a situation.
He claimed she drunk 4 to 5 sips. She feel like a little woozy. She's a little dizzy when we went in there with the principal. What? We asked her, was she okay? How did she feel? She said a little dizzy. She said the girl poured it in her cup and she drank it, and then the girl ended up telling her what it was. So she went to the teacher and told the teacher that is liquor in this cup, and the teacher gave her like a funny face. I'm not sure if they short-staffed or whatever, but, you know, it shouldn't have happened.
Do you think?
The kid's probably like, oh, this bottle looks fancy and cool. I'm going to bring this to school.
Like they weren't low shelving it either. This was Cuervo.
I know.
They weren't bottom
Jose
shelving.
Cuervo pre-made margs, by the way. So it was like tasting like, juice.
Karkoff or like Silver Wolf.
I know. Just like jazzing up kindergarten, I guess. And that is what's weird. I was at Walmart. Some woman obviously got her refund back. She went
balling out.
Crazy. 3 cards full of just nonsense.
3 cards?
Yeah. Like she just went and did like the supermarket sweeps where you just put your arm on the shelves and it all goes into your cart. I was like, dang, I want your life, girl.
It's Secret Sound Time with St. Cloud Toyota and 104.7 KCLD.
Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, thank you. Good Easter weekend?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
What was the highlight? Give me something good about it. I mean, everybody got to probably see family, right? Was it the food? Was it the festivities? What was the highlight for you?
Our highlight was seeing baby goats.
Oh, nice.
Kids, if you will.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Did you eat any?
Ooh.
No.
Did you milk them?
No.
I got nipples. Can you milk me, Greg?
My favorite food over Easter is deviled eggs. It never works out for anybody in the end, but it's always like my favorite.
Amy, good comment.
Right.
We wrapped up last week with the Secret Sound not being guessed. Were you close on the Magic 8-Ball guess?
Actually, yes. I was the one on Thursday that guessed the Magic 8-Ball.
You got through.
No.
Shaking it.
You said shaking instead of rolling. Oh, my God.
I know. I was just sitting here telling my kid, like, oh, my gosh, like, don't dang it.
Well, this is crazy that you got through again because I got every line blowing up right now. So a brand new Secret Sound. Listen close. A couple of big hints. Number one, it was recorded at my home, and the other hint is double day in April and May. Could get the sound today. Chew on that, Garfield the cat. Put that all together with the sound, and Amy for $2,400. What's the secret sound?
Is it opening a bag of pet food and having some of it fall out?
Okay.
I have a dog, and I have a cat. Is this opening a bag of pet food and having some of it fall out? It's a modern-day miracle that Amy got through twice. Is the second time the charm, gentlemen?
Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong.
What have you done that not many people have? My sister is newly engaged, and so we all kind of started telling whoppers, or like not even tall tales, but just like, look at how great I am, because she's married a surgeon, so all of us are like, cripes.
Yeah. Does he make you feel this big?
No, not at all. I think he's super intimidated by my sister, though.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think this guy at work...
She's got a strong personality.
I think this guy at work is probably the alpha.
Yeah.
And then he comes home and she just... she's like, here's what's up,
Sit
Tim.
down.
Let me tell you. Rub my feet. So what have you done that not many have, Kat?
Well, when I was 12, I brushed a tuskless walrus tongue in California.
There it is.
They had one of those big novelty brushes, you know, and they were like, come on down. And they had me come down, and I got pretty close, and it just reeked. Breath reeked. And I just brushed it, and he loved it.
So it prepared you for many of the interns we've had on the show.
Yes.
Nice.
It's a lot of tongue brushing around here.
So this sounds silly, and it's the dead honest truth. I pitched 2 no-hitters in the same night.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you how this worked out.
What age were you?
No, I was 17. 17. So here's how it worked out. We had this tournament, and it was in my hometown. I had 4 innings of no-hit baseball going on a Friday night, and we got rained out. So because it was a tournament, we had to start the next day. So we started at like 9 a.m. the next morning. My dad was the coach. I convinced him to let me finish it because it was a no-hitter.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to let me try and finish this. And we were up like 8-0. And I threw the 5th inning, and we scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and we ended up winning 11-0. So I pitched that no-hitter. We're in a tournament. We don't have a lot of pitchers. I'm telling my dad, I'm like, my arm feels good. Can I keep going? He goes, absolutely. Keep going until you start getting beat up. And he knew it would probably been a 2 or 3, but I pitched 6 no-hit innings and got another win. So I pitched 2 no-hitters in one day. And it was a little bit weird. It was not the perfect thing, but I had 2 no-hitters in one day. And my kids never believed me about this. So I had to show them the scrapbook in the paper thing from that my mom had cut out and put in a little scrapbook.
I did empty my crap bag at the top of a Ferris wheel. Not a lot of people have done that.
That's a better one. That's way better.
It was about to explode. And Derek's like, we have this empty Mountain Dew cup. Just do it. And I'm telling you, it doesn't smell. Like, because there's no time to fester inside your body. It's weird. Like when you eat something, it goes right in your bag. It's hard to explain. It really doesn't have a smell.
Your stomach waste doesn't smell?
Not really. Not when it doesn't have time to sit there and digest and like have the bacteria forming and stuff like that. I'll grab some for you.
Yeah, they're great. The conversation of what you've done that not many have led us to discover with Kat that she once emptied a, what's the technical term for the poop bag? Ostomy bag at the top of a Ferris wheel.
I did. I had no choice. It would have exploded.
Did you pour it over the edge?
No, I put it into a Mountain Dew cup that had a cover and a straw to it.
Did you leave it behind?
No, I did not do that. That's horrible. But I also brushed the tongue of a tuskless walrus in California when I was 12.
If that walrus would have had tusks, would have it been able to stab you with them?
Probably.
Yeah. Unless
they were like, filed down.
Did it seem to enjoy the brushing?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went nice and
I don't
slow.
know. No. I got my own way. I don't want anybody else brushing my teeth. I fear that. That's a big fear of mine, that I end up in like a car accident and I'm like, like they got to come in and swab your mouth or brush your teeth or something. I think I'd rather die than have a nurse brush my teeth.
Only my house family members can see me brush my teeth because I look crazy.
You get your head all flopping around and stuff. Don't do that motion around here. You're such a...
I get it. I get right in there.
Yeah. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
So, Melody, I appreciate your patience. I know you've been waiting forever to tell us, and I wanted to build up a little suspense. Something you've done that not many have. And we already know a little bit about it, so explain a little bit more, please.
Something that I've done that not most have is I actually died and was resuscitated. So when my son was born, I was dead.
Oh, my God.
He was brought out, then they started me back up, I guess. 8:44 he was born, 8:44 I coded, 8:46 I was brought back.
2 minutes.
That is my story of not many people have done that.
Wow.
I gave birth while dead.
That's something that you don't want to say that you've done, but that's crazy.
That should be in your hometown paper, wherever it is. Melody gave birth while dead.
Yeah. How many people can say,
Mom and baby are doing fine?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Starvin' Marvin to the show again. It's been a minute. What's the plan for today, Starvin' Marvin?
I'm going to ride my bike around the Benton County Fairgrounds and meet you in the middle and get married to a cat.
Whoa, that's a plan for Monday. I like that.
All right, I'll see you there.
Yeah, and on the cook, I'll make something on my Ninja Fire for Happy Easter because she missed my anniversary.
Literally wish you made sense. I have no idea what you're saying.
You heard she was pretty easy, didn't you?
Yeah, she's pretty short for a Noka girl.
And
even saying
Starvin' Marvin, everybody. You've heard that Kat has been not looking forward to this day because they got a little bit of a shocker when her income tax came around.
I did do some research, though. I'm not just going to just eat it this year. Oh, well, we paid it, okay? But then I went upstairs and learned that if you just kind of tweak a couple of things, you won't have that shock at the end.
Well, you were just getting more throughout the year. You're getting more on your checks, and then you got to pay in. My wife works in finance, so we usually just end it where when we were younger, we'd get a lot of money back. And then when we started having kids, we got a little money back and we kind of ration things out. But it's usually we got to pay in like $50 here and we get $50 there. So we usually run, flat, which I think is the goal for a lot of people. Unless you're maybe not the greatest budgeter and you want that surplus at the end.
Yeah.
You like that nice little surprise regardless. If you did your taxes early, you can celebrate today with an income tax cocktail. Now tell me whether or not you'd like this.
Okay.
Gin?
Nope.
Whoa, that's it? You don't
I
like
hate gin.
Any kind of gin?
No.
You don't like a gin and tonic?
No.
You don't like a
I
martini?
do a vodka tonic.
Oh, my gosh. So it's a gin, sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, orange juice, and a splash of bitters because it's such a bittersweet day.
Oh, man.
That is the income tax cocktail. If you want to officially party like a tax-paying citizen of these here United States.
You got money coming back, you party. You don't have money coming back, drown your sorrows, I guess.
The income tax cocktail. Gin, sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, orange juice, and a splash of bitters. Huh. You're welcome. Now, Saturday was chilly, to say the least, but it was so amazing to see all the smiling faces, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, and all the kiddos come out for our annual KCL, the Easter egg hunt. Thanks to Premier Real Estate Services for putting it on again this year. As we shelled out 10,000 candy-filled eggs, gave away some bikes, some scooters, some gift baskets, and, never to be outdone, our friends at Coburn's wanted to offer up $500 in free groceries to the mommies and the daddies that came out there. So we gave you a keyword to text in while you were at the Easter egg hunt. We have one of those special texting numbers sitting right in front of us. So it would be cool if you could answer your phone right now. Embarrassing if you don't. Please.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
You're calling me.
Jeez, sassy pants. Okay.
My name is JJ. I'm the Easter Bunny's friend. I'm here with my little...
Oh, my gosh. Kat and JJ. Hi, good morning.
Now it's coming together.
Sorry. Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can we get your name now?
Yes, it's April. I'm so sorry.
That's
good morning.
It's all right. What a classic response. You called me jerk. All right. Well, hey, April, it was...
so sorry.
It's okay. Don't apologize anymore. We wanted to call you and thank you for coming to the Easter egg hunt and texting in to win $500 worth of free groceries at Coburn's because you're our winner!
Oh, my gosh.
I am so excited. So I tried to explain to my kid that it costs about $600 a month to feed our family from the grocery store, and his mind was blown. So now we got most of that covered for you, okay?
Gosh. You guys rock, and I was so appreciative of the Easter egg hunt. I thought it was so nice of you guys to put that together for everybody. I was the one that shouted out. And thank you guys so much, and I'm sorry. I was sleeping, and I'm so sorry, guys.
Radio Paparazzi.
So think back to when you were 13. So 1935. Who did you have a crush on? Like, who was your
Cindy
ultimate?
Crawford, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everybody had the Cindy Crawford poster up.
Yeah, her in her onesie.
Yeah, it arrives that white onesie with the Pepsi.
So Jennifer Garner just turned 50. I had no idea that she was up there in age, but she had this massive crush on Donny Osmond back in the day. And she was at lunch with some girlfriends, and who's behind her?
Jennifer! It's your birthday! Sing about who? You.
up for her. Gives him a big hug. He's all tan and leathery like a good Hollywood icon would be.
Good Vegas boy is.
I mean, it really made her birthday. Whoever made that happen is a good friend. Kim Kardashian doing some press for obviously the new show, but she was talking about how difficult it has been to pick a name for Kylie's child.
There is one name I think lingering, but she really wants to make sure. It's such a really big decision, honestly. It's the hardest thing. When I had my kids, I didn't name them until they were born. No matter what, it's just the hardest decision ever, and I feel for them.
Yeah, you barely have any time to think about it. You have to make that just snap decision on what to name a child.
How many Car Jen kids can you name if you had to?
Oh, well.
Guns to your head.
Like Kim.
No, kids.
Car Jen. Oh. North, south, east, or west?
Nope.
Is there not an east?
There's no west. There's north.
Okay, north.
Yep.
There's not a south?
Nope. We're done?
I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
How many are there?
I think there's 12. Is there 12, 11 or 12?
Is there one Bubbles?
Yes. Yep. Bubbles Kardashian.
Bubbles Jenner.
All right. At his first public concert since November, Post Malone hit the stage and he decided to deliver a very important message, which
the most important thing is to spread love wherever you go. It takes a second out of your day and it could change somebody's life. So just spread love wherever you go. COVID has taken such a toll on the world, but I just want to say how epic it is to see people's faces again.
Is one of them Post?
No. Sometimes people forget how easy it is to just give a compliment, and just like say something nice to somebody. You don't have to do it to everybody, just like one person a day. I'll give you a compliment. Great choice on wardrobe today. You look pretty fly.
See, you can't even do it without smiling. You're such a jerk.
I'm being serious. Think of one for me and give it to me later or a few, okay? Blowing out their candles
till tomorrow.
Suri Cruz is 16. We have Rick Moranis turning 69. And Melissa Joan Hart is 46 today.
You're the only person that goes, hold on, I'll give you one, but then you got to give me one, all right? So think about one for me.
I want several.
Coachella goes down. And if you haven't seen the footage yet, this was pretty awesome. Harry Styles on stage. And who jumps up to join him than...
My name is Melody.
Whoops.
Say trending
Yep,
in front of it.
sorry,
Okay.
got that. I had it all set up so prettily, too.
Uh-huh.
Who jumps up on stage but... Shania Twain joins Harry on stage, and it was pretty awesome.
What a huge surprise. People lost their minds.
Now, you think of Coachella, you'd never think Shania Twain would show up. So here's how I wanted to do trending today. Thanks to our friends at C&D Granite. Imagine you're performing at Coachella, and you could bring any musical artist onto stage that nobody would expect.
Oh, I didn't know it was Coachella. I just thought a concert.
Doesn't matter. It can be a concert or
All
whatever.
right, a concert.
But nobody would expect you to suddenly bring which superstar on stage, Cats?
No one would know, but Anita Baker.
Shut up.
I love her more than anything. And
What a buzzkill.
I would be like a John Mayer type of act because I'm not going to dance because then I'll run out of breath and then I can't do my next song. Like, I want to just have a stool.
You'd want to just lean against something while Anita
Right.
Baker serenaded everybody.
One leg up, just my profile.
For me, I'd be like into the third song and I'd be like, how are you, San Antonio? Please welcome my good friend, Eric Clapton.
What a riot.
He would play guitar and just kind of stand there because he's old now.
Where are you playing? The Shell? That one big white shell in California?
Oh, that would be cool, right?
Where all the old, like Bette Midler plays?
Nora Jones.
Yeah.
So I would go Clapton. I would bring Clapton on with me. Kat has gone with the extremely popular and well-known pop star Anita Baker.
Yep.
But let's say you're headlining a tour and you get to bring one surprise artist on. Who is it gonna be? Will you please text yours to 320-251-1047 because Harry and Shania are trending.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.